And welcome to this week's classroom session. We are fortunate to have on the line with us the guru himself, the man with the plan, Coach Van Pettaway. How you doing today, sir?
Doing fine, Doc. Doing fine. It's another great day that he's given us.
No doubt about it, and we're going to rejoice and be glad in it. Well, Coach, we're coming toward the end, but yet the beginning. Football season is just about shaped out. Still got to fight this thing out to the final week to see who's going to go up against Jackson State. But some pretty interesting grades coming out this week, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. We got some lovely grades coming out this week.
Well, as I say, let the gradings begin, sir.
Okay, let's start off with Florida A&M going to Montgomery, Alabama to take on those Hornets. Florida A&M won that game 21-14. I'm going to give Florida A&M a A. They're playing some great football. They got this long winning streak going, and Alabama State played at home, only lost by 7. They'll get a B because they still played the game, wasn't decided until toward the end.
Yes, sir. I'm in the same category with you on both of those programs. I know FAMU is kicking themselves, man, wishing they can get a hold of Jackson yet one more time. But it is what it is. And Alabama State under Eddie Robinson, to me, I was not expecting as much as they've gotten this year. So I'm very well pleased with what he's doing with that program.
Right. I think he's doing an outstanding job.
Yes, sir.
All right, next up, we go down to Baton Rouge where they played host, Southern played host to Mississippi Valley. They won that game 27-7. I'm going to give Southern a passing grade. They're going to get an A- on that game, and Valley, like usual, they'll get a C.
Yes, sir. I gave Southern a B+. And I gave them a B+ because they came in with a lot of expectations. Looked like they're going to come up a little short. They handled up on Valley, which was expected, so when you look at it on paper. And I gave Valley a C. Like I said, it's Valley, and they keep on grinding and keep trying to do what they're doing. We used to say, trying to make $1 out of 99 cents.
Yep. And up next, we'll go down to the reservation where Alcorn State hosted Bethune-Cookman. Alcorn State won that game 17-14. Now, I'm going to give them a B because even though they won the game, I think they're struggling. They can only beat Bethune-Cookman by 3 points and by a field goal. And I'm going to give Bethune-Cookman, I'll give them even though they lost, I'm giving them a B because they're the Road Warriors this year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got that right, boy. That's the understatement of the year. But you know what? I saw it a little bit different, Coach. Mm-hmm. I gave both of them a B+, and here's why. Alcorn forces the narrative, and they make you play ugly. They slow the pace down, and they grind out the clock. And Bethune-Cookman has shown diversity. Like I say, they lost, but Alcorn doing what they're doing, playing under the conditions that they've been playing under. That's why I gave them a B+. I like what both of them did. I knew it was going to be, I didn't know, but I projected that it would be a low-scoring game, and exactly what it was. And they won, and they won ugly, but they just keep finding ways to win.
Yep. All right, then we'll take a jump out to Texas, Houston, Texas, where Texas Southern hosted Grambling. They beat Grambling 41-7. I'm going to give Texas Southern an A, and Grambling will get my first D.
Okay, I'm giving Texas Southern an A+ because it's exciting, even though they're my rival. But it's exciting to see them playing this well this late in the season, and the energy that's flowing from Houston surrounding this football program. This program has struggled for 12 years or so, Coach, and it feels good to see them getting it right. And I'm on record for saying, yes, we beat them, but I'm glad we don't have to play them at this point of the season, and doing very, very well. Grambling, I gave a C. They were looking like they were turning the corner, but they ran into a buzzsaw with Texas Southern. Texas Southern didn't play the best game that they supposed to against Jackson State, and I think they took it out on them. and they're looking at your guys, Coach, to possibly try to win the West if my guys slip up this week against Valley. So they coming. Them Tigers is coming, Coach.
Right. All right. Next up, we'll jump over to Arkansas Pine Bluff, where Pine Bluff hosted your Prairie View Panthers. Your Panthers came out of that game 55-24. I'm going to give your Panthers an A for that contest, and I'll give Pine Bluff a C.
Yes, sir. I am giving the Panthers an A. I'm giving Pine Bluff a C, but I'm going to give the broadcasting team of Arkansas at Pine Bluff a Z.
A Z.
A Z. You know, and here's why I'm giving them a Z, Coach. They were a little bit moany-groany late in the game. Panthers were up. They had their second team in, and a replay option. The Lions were blitzing, and the kid throws the ball for a touchdown, and the announcer thought that PD was trying to run the score.
Okay, I got you.
And I'm going Herm Edwards. Now, you play to win the game.
Yep.
And when you got kids who've been on the sideline most of the season, and they get a chance to play, how you going to tell them don't go out and bust their tails when that's what you tell them that's what you need to get in there and go and bust your tail?
Right, and that's what you do in practice. You push them to do their best in practice so that when they do hit the field, it'll show, and that's what they do.
Yes, sir. So
right.
There you have it.
Yep. Well, your Panthers did the do. They
got to do it one more time, Coach.
Right.
They got to do it one more time.
In a great position. A lot of teams would want to be in their position.
Yes, sir.
Right, and last up, Mobile, Alabama, the Gulf Coast Classic.
Yes, sir.
Alabama A&M and Jackson State. Jackson State was the home team, and they played like it. They beat the Bulldogs 27-13. I'm giving Jackson State an A because they are who we thought they are. I'm giving my Bulldogs a C.
Yes, sir. I gave the Bulldogs C+, and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. The app, sometimes these apps get the stuff crossed up, right?
Oh, yep. I know what you're talking about because I saw the same thing. And I was like, wait a minute. I know you this.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, stop the press.
Yep.
Stop the press. I said, are they doing this for real? And so I'm going like, oh my God. And during our broadcast, I say, hey, y'all, we got a game going on. And I'm like, oh, that was a flip-flop. Somebody had a finger jitter and came back. I said, oh, my goodness. I said, so I gave them a C+, Coach, because they had me up in there, boy. I said, oh, my goodness, look at what's going on here. Jackson's going to get their A. They've aced this whole semester thus far. So what can you say, man? They're putting it together at the right time. But you know what, Coach? They've been here before, and I could say this for them, even with the success that they're having right now, if they don't win it all, man, it all goes for naught.
That's true. I agree. And to be honest, I think they look at it that way.
Yes, sir. Maybe that's that dominate mentality, I guess. So they got to dominate, man.
Right.
They got to dominate.
Yeah. And so that leads us to next week. We got some big games on the horizon. You got Jackson State going to Alcorn. Alcorn is going to try to derail them. They're not looking for a pity party. They plan on trying to beat Jackson State down there.
Yes, sir.
Of course, your Panthers have probably the biggest game of the year for them. They have opportunity to win the West by going into Itabena at 1:00 in the afternoon.
Yes, sir.
So we will see. We will see. And then, of course, those are the two largest games on the schedule for next Saturday. And then on next Thursday, Pine Bluff is going to go into Montgomery.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alabama State.
Yeah, that's their Turkey Day bowl, you know. Now, and I can't fail to mention we got one more game that's going to be people at least peeking at if Prairie View is going to take care of business, and that's what Texas Southern taking on your Bulldogs, Coach. That's a huge game as well for Texas Southern. Where they are right now, this deep in the season, they're hoping and praying that we stumble. I'm hoping that we come on with lead boots on, and we don't get rocked one way or the other, and we just go full steam ahead. So it's been an exciting season all season long. But what about the start of our basketball season, what these teams have been doing so far, Coach?
Right. I think the Pac-12 might be second-guessing coming up with this deal because Texas Southern and Grambling says we can win on our home courts, and they're proving that. And then, of course, TSU beat Arizona State. Alcorn went out to Wichita and beat Wichita State 66-57, and then of course Grambling beat Colorado 83-74. So that's big. That's big. And I'm gonna tell you something that nobody's noticing. Have you noticed the scores of Arkansas Pine Bluff?
Man, who you telling?
But they are playing some great basketball.
Yes, sir.
Got some players in there.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, with the portal, we talk about it, but it can be an advantage piece and almost like zero tolerance of not winning on our levels now, because you can fix a basketball program instantly just about by going to that portal.
That's correct. If you get the right kids out of that portal, and if they are willing to play together as a team, you got you something. And I think that's what we're seeing. We're seeing it firsthand. And I'm really proud of what our coaches are doing in the SWAC.
Yes, sir. Well, we are SWAC born, SWAC raised, SWAC married, and SWAC buried around here, because that's just the way it is. The love and appreciation that I have for this conference, the players that have come through, the coaches, the leaders, this is not the world's best kept secret. It is something that we've known for years, which is why I walk around with my SWAC pride on my chest, forehead, and I'll hold it up to any conference in the country. We may not be big as you are, and definitely might not have the money that you have, but the competition level, the respect level that is here, and the men and women that have come through these programs, I'll put them up with anybody.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Great athletes and great coaches.
Yes, sir. And you know what, Coach? You were a part of that pie as well, sir, because of what you have done, what you do, and what you're going to do. We want to give you your roses while you can smell them and pick them and rearrange them the way you want to rearrange them.
Well, I thank you for that. I thank you for that. But I'm with you. I just think that we are no longer the best kept secret. I think everybody knows that when you come to the SWAC, you know you're in for a dogfight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And guess what? We've only just begun, sir.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
We've only just begun.
I agree.
Yes, sir. Well, look, we want to thank you so much, sir, and we'll be getting one more session in before the holiday Thanksgiving time come around, but I'll tell you what, I will be practicing in between time. I don't know about you, Coach, but I'm going to get these choppers ready, baby, because I'm going to throw down. I call it Throw Down Thursday, baby. We're going to make it happen, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, same thing in my household. Same thing in my household.
Yes, sir. Well, look, Coach, it's always a joy to get a chance to talk with you, sir. We appreciate you more than anything. And even though we had it, I'm going to still give you a chance for some closing thoughts and comments, sir.
Well, I really have enjoyed this grading session up to this point, and we're going to try to close it out with a bang next week. And you continue doing what you're doing. This is very much needed, and I think the public and everybody appreciates what you're doing. So Godspeed and keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, sir. And we're like Avis. We work hard because we have to. And we're going to keep on keeping on, sir. He is the guru, the dean of OU here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, reminding you guys that you can follow me on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel. The Twitter handle is The Mike Prince Show. and the YouTube channel is the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And for those of you who have those smart devices running around now, all you got to do is tell your device, hey, play the latest episode of the Mike Prince Show, and watch the magic that happens. We have to exit stage left for right now. My time is far spent. But until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.